Get down. You're not getting that.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Hi everyone, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. And I'm finally getting around to doing what I promised that I would do, and that is to answer these 19 questions about getting to know me. Now, I'm not sure how revealing this is going to be, and I'm probably going to go through these questions pretty quickly. And as I said when I was teasing you before about making this video, maybe just talk about some other things rather than go into too much detail. So I was, tagged by Rachel, Superior Girl Vintage, and also Vintage Vinny, who asked me to do this. And so I have included links to their YouTube pages in the description box below. So if you're watching me, I'm sorry, come on. Normally, he doesn't want to be on film. Come on. Okay. So someone here has decided to photobomb. Is that it? Photobomb? I guess that's what it's called. This is going to be a very relaxed video, and it might be 30-40 minutes long, so feel free to go and, freshen up whatever it is you're drinking. I was feeling a little lackluster this morning, so I decided some peach luster might cheer me up. And I'm drinking coffee, and I'm getting rid of the last of my peppermint sticks by putting them down in there like that. You don't want that. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, or maybe new to my channel, this is Salem, the 18-year-old cat, who is doing very well, right? Okay, and he thanks you all for your concerns because we had a health scare. There you go. And no. Sorry, he is interested in this coffee for some reason, and I also have a little dish of pretzels here. So normally we don't have this. Should I edit this out? Okay, maybe I will edit this out. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay. For those of you who don't have cats or understand cat behavior, he actually smells the peppermint. And the peppermint smell and spearmint smell is very similar to a catnip smell. And as you may know, cats can hear, see, and smell anything. A gnat cannot gain entrance to this place without him knowing it. So he's very annoyed at me right now because he thinks I'm drinking catnip because he smells this peppermint. So we're going to carry on anyway. Okay. I printed out these 12, 14, 15 questions. I think it's 19. And let's get right to it. By the way, I printed these out and somehow I managed to click the smallest font size. So I've got this huge piece of white paper and if you can see, tiny little questions up here in the corner. We'll see what happens with my fairly new progressive lenses. Don't laugh, it will happen to you too. Okay, question number 1, what does your channel name mean? Well, I named it the Old Curiosity Shop. I can't really remember why. As you know, that's a novel by Dickens, not necessarily my favorite of his, but I didn't really feel like I simply wanted to call myself a thrifter or a reseller, because if you watch my little station here, you'll know that I do a lot of things, mostly buying and selling, but the name just sort of clicked with me, and I've had it now for the 2 years since I've had my channel. Where were you born? I was born in the great state of New Jersey. I did not say New Jersey. We've already been through that. People from New Jersey do not say New Jersey. Okay, that's people from Long Island. Now don't get mad at me, Long Island. You have a beautiful, beautiful accent. But people from Jersey don't say New Jersey. There's also no such thing as the Jersey Shore. I mean, there's not a place called the Jersey Shore. So if you're sitting watching in Idaho or California or Mississippi, and the only thing you know about New Jersey is the Jersey Shore, well, let me dispel a lot of that right now. I never even watched the show, but of course, unless you live under a rock, you know a little bit about popular culture. And New Jersey actually has over 40 beautiful towns or shore points all along the East Coast. Our state is almost entirely bordered by the Atlantic Ocean on the east. A little bit of New York up north to the east, but mostly the Atlantic Ocean. And those shore towns are very distinctly different from one another. So so please don't stereotype the state of New Jersey based upon a television show. I like Jersey. It's founded by the Swedes and the Dutch. I know I have some Dutch viewers. I don't know if I have any Swedish viewers, but I've got viewers in the Netherlands. You guys are the ones who were the first Europeans. Of course, Native Americans have been in this state for thousands of years. But the Europeans who settled here in the early 17th century were the Dutch and the Swedes. And I'm actually from a town in New Jersey that was founded by the Dutch and the Swedes. They then moved up the river and the English arrived and settled my little town in 1675. I'm going to get back to that later. I know I'm not the Chamber of Commerce for the state of New Jersey, so I'll quit rattling on about it. Although we are the most densely populated state in the country. Not the smallest, but the most densely populated. So if you don't like people right on top of you, probably New Jersey isn't the place for you. But come visit anyway. Where are you now? I'm in Center City, Philadelphia, where I live, which happens to be right across the river. I can be in New Jersey in 2 minutes. New Jersey has New York to the north, Pennsylvania to the west, a little bit of Delaware borders us to the south, and then the Atlantic Ocean on our east. And I'm across the river, just across the river in Pennsylvania, the city of Philadelphia. What would your parents have named you if you were a boy? Well, I am a boy. I guess this means if the opposite sex. I don't know. They never said and I never asked. What is your eye color? Sort of greenish, brownish, hazelish. If I asked 5 different people, I would get 5 different answers. So it sometimes depends on the light and what I'm wearing, but sort of we'll say the color of honey with a touch of green. Hazel. What is your favorite candle scent? I don't have one. I'm not a candle person. I don't really care for fruity scents. I guess if I had a favorite scent of a candle, it would be, the interior of a 150-year-old china closet. What does that smell like? Some of you are laughing because you know what I mean. I like the smell of wood chips, the smell of a wood shop, the smell of an attic, like the smell that you get when you open up an old musty book. Not mildew, but you're saying, whew, we're glad we don't come to his house. Candles, okay. Can you cook? I can. What is your sign? I am a Cancer, born in July. What is your skin? Oh, what is your sign? I warned you about these progressive lenses. I'm sorry. What is your sign? We just did that. What scares you about getting old? Nothing. Nothing. Now, you say, come on, that sounds a little haughty or a little, well, I don't mean it to sound any particular way, but I have to say I can't separate my Christian faith from that answer. So when I say Christian faith, whatever comes my way with old age, whether it's sickness or good health or poverty or riches, it really, because I have a faith in God and believe in Jesus and salvation and heaven and all of that, I'm not worried because it's in His hands. Now that might sound simplistic, but there's a wonderful sense of peace that comes with being able to pray about anything in your life that you're worried about. And it really takes away anxiety and worry. So I really am not worried. You may say, well, that's easy for you to say. You're young and healthy, and well, yes, I am young and healthy. I'm 52, and hopefully I have a lot of years ahead. But I have had ups and downs in life, and have experienced loss and difficulties, and I'm a human being like everybody else. But thank God that there's more to life than this. And that's just that wonderful assurance for me and because of my faith. So whatever comes my way, the Lord is going to give me the ability to handle, as I said, whatever my lot might be in my future years. And, we're told in Scripture not to worry, not to be anxious about the future. So, I don't necessarily want the ceiling to collapse on me right now, but I'm really not afraid of getting old. What was the last thing that you bought? Cat litter. Yesterday. I mean, the cat has to have somewhere to poop. Cat litter. What is your favorite holiday? Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Easter. Don't ask me to pick one or the other. I like all three of those for various reasons. Did I just say all three of those and put up four fingers? I like all three of those for very distinct reasons, and it would be difficult to separate one from the other. They all have very special meaning for me. And so it would be very difficult to pick one or the other. What is your guilty pleasure? I spend too much money on black licorice. Really, really good black licorice. Now, we have a lot of our European friends to thank for the really good licorice. And I'll tell you, the Swedish are miles ahead of everybody else when it comes to their licorice. A few blocks away from me is a wonderful market that imports 30 or 40 different licorices. And now, please, don't, if anyone says, oh, Twizzlers, bless your heart. That's like going down to South Philadelphia and finding an old Italian and saying, hey, let's go to the Olive Garden for dinner. They're going to say, bless your heart. Now, there's nothing wrong with the Olive Garden. Don't type me bad comments. But, that's not Italian food. If you're an Italian. I'm not Italian. But Twizzlers is not licorice. Good black licorice with different levels of saltiness, sweetness, different textures. So I will go down there and spend $15 for a quarter of a pound of licorice, and you come home with a tiny little bag with about 5 pieces of licorice in it. So that would have to be it, black licorice. Excuse me. What show do you binge watch? None, because I can't sit still to binge anything. Binge watching, I think of people, in their Spider-Man pajamas, covered by their Afghans, watching hours and hours and hours of the Jersey Shore. And I just can't sit still to do that. So I really don't binge watch anything. What item do you never leave the house without? My wallet and my keys. The cell phone, I don't. There are times Good grief, I can remember leaving my cell phone accidentally locked in my office on the weekend and not having it from Friday to Monday, and people would go insane. Where are you? What happened to you? And it wouldn't bother me at all. I wouldn't drive back to the office to get my cell phone. So I don't have to have that with me. But keys and wallet, definitely. Are you an evening person or a morning person? No need for an alarm clock in this house because my eyes open up between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning and I am ready to go. It is John Philip Sousa marches and fireworks, and I pop out of that bed like a automatic toaster, like a Pop-Tart. And I can be very annoying to people who are not morning people. I'm probably very annoying right now to some. A lady wrote a couple of days ago that I was the most boring. What did she say in the comments? She said, "You're the most boring YouTuber, bye." So that's a whole other topic about the comments. And I had to laugh at Rachel because at the beginning of her video, she was saying the same thing, that, no matter what you do, like, I'm going to get a lot of thumbs down on this one, and I don't care. But Rachel was saying, people can just be so nitpicky, and we don't care if your dog got lost or if it's snowing on the Upper Peninsula or anything about Michigan. Get to the thrift hall. And so I think any of us who do, boy, I'm really off topic. Any of us who do these thrift haul videos, you have to prepare yourself that you're just going to get all kinds of comments. And my self-worth does not come from any negative comment that anybody leaves. So I think I didn't even delete that, how boring I am. I just left it on there. And some of you kind of came on and defended me, and that was sweet. Thank you. You don't have to do that. But listen, that person has the right to call me boring, and they certainly have the right to flip over to another channel. But it is kind of funny. So this gives me an opportunity to thank all of the other YouTubers who film themselves and put out content, because you really have to have a thick skin, because people will tell you, your teeth are crooked, you're fat, you don't understand, you wouldn't know an antique if it smacked you on the face, the seam in your pantyhose is out of line. People will just say all kinds of things. Most of the time I just laugh at it. Where did all that come from? I'm rambling on. Oh, it was, am I a morning person? I am. I go downhill, I fade very quickly as the evening hours approach. What is your favorite movie genre? Documentaries. I need to take a sip after that long rant. Yeah. If they made a documentary on dirt, I would watch it. I love a good documentary. What's good in your life right now? Where to begin? I have loved ones, I have health, I have shelter, I have food, I have friends. I am excited about the future. So there are many, many, many good things in my life. And there are ups and downs too. I mean, I like to keep it real. There are issues and there are concerns. I mean, I'm human like anybody else, but I'm a positive thinking person. And certainly my faith has everything to do with that. I'm so blessed, and the Lord is just so better to me than he should be, and that's amen for that. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I don't know. I think you might say, well, he must be an extrovert, but I'm perfectly happy. I can disappear into the basement with a phonograph that needs repairing. or an old clock or an old toaster and not come up for days and days and days and just totally not have anything to do with people. But I can also be very sociable, so I think I'm 50-50. What is your biggest accomplishment? I don't know. I don't think I have a biggest accomplishment. Sometimes when I look at my 52 years, I think, well, I really, in the scope of what's really important in life, I probably haven't accomplished very much. That's tough. Biggest accomplishment. I don't like that question because I don't. That forces me to sort of maybe brag about something, and I don't want to do that. I can't really put my thumb on what I would say accomplishment would be. There are a lot of things in my life I'm working on that I would like to be better at, and I don't necessarily mean physical things, but maybe there are attributes or I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know what my biggest accomplishment would be. So we'll leave it at that. Okay, I think this video is long. I rambled much longer than I thought I was going to, so I'm going to now turn this camera off and go ahead and throw this video online. But don't be surprised if you see me again in the next video in this exact same outfit, sitting in this exact same spot, because I'm getting ready to film another video that you'll see a few days from now. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. I'm Scott. This was fun. This was okay. I enjoyed it. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.